I'm sure yours was different.
Actually, well,
I don't think so.
let me think. Was it different? Yeah, I was raised in a Christian home. Yeah, like most of us. Okay, no, you were Muslim.
I was a Muslim.
Yeah, I was raised in a Christian home. We went to church when I was young, but then after a while, I think we moved far away from church, so church wasn't anything regular anymore. But then I grew up. I gave my life to Christ maybe at the age of 16 or thereabouts. But then you just come out for the altar call and then you go back. And then life goes back to normal. You literally go back as normal.
I think we all do.
Yeah, but then in uni, my final year of uni, I gave my life to Christ, and for me, it didn't happen in a church because I wasn't really going to church. I was in uni, but I was not going to church. I was not a church goer. I was more of a clubber than a
preacher.
I only went to church when I visited my cousin in London. And we went for the 31st night. That was the only time I would go to church. Yeah, any other, or when I'm visiting and she dragged me to church, and that was it. But in my final year of uni, there was one day I was on my way to work, and on the train I was listening to a gospel song by Donnie McClurkin saying, "If a righteous man falls, he rises up again." And it was like somebody turned on a light on the inside of me, and I knew that it was time to go back to God. And from then, this was on a train, listening to a gospel CD that I borrowed from a cousin because it sounded really
And it
funky.
wasn't in church.
It wasn't in church.
Pastor preaching.
No, it wasn't a pastor preaching.
No altar call.
No, it wasn't an altar call. It was just listening to a gospel CD, and he kept saying, "Get back up again, get back up again." And I knew it was time to get back to God. The spiritual realm became very real to me as a person. Nobody asked me to go to church. From then, I just had the desire to begin to draw closer to God. There was like a drawing to God. And I went back to uni then. I went back to my dorm, picked up a Bible that stolen. I stole the Bible from the student accommodation. It was the Gideon's Bible then. I stole it from
Thank God you stole it. It came in and did eventually.
Old man.
God is good. So yeah, I opened the Bible and began to read from Genesis. And I began to hear God from then. I remember the first thing that I can say instance that I can say that I heard God was when I was reading when Abraham separated from Lot, and I was in a relationship at the time, and I was like a voice on the inside of me said, separate from that boy. He's like a Lot. If you continue in that relationship with him, you'll miss my plan for your life. And nobody had to tell me that was God speaking, but I knew that was God speaking to my situation. It was like I saw my situation in the Word, in the Bible. Yeah. So that was for me the beginning of my relationship with God. So I didn't need somebody to tell me to have a relationship with God. It just kind of happened for me, and it went on from there. This is as far back as 2002, September 2002.
18 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a long time now. 18 years old in the Lord.
Some of us,
I'm a teenager in the Lord. Like I'm a big girl in the Lord now. Anyway, of course, how long you've been in the Lord doesn't really matter.
It doesn't.
So good.
I know.
It
Yeah.
doesn't.
So yeah, that's how I began a relationship with God, and from having that relationship with God, God began to guide my life, where to go to school, where to work, what to do, career path. He began to channel my life according to His plan. So for me, having a personal relationship is so important.